would do a video on my Sun-In hair lightening spray. So I thought I would kind of talk to y'all about how to use this stuff, and I'll show you what it's done for my hair. So this is the Sun-In hair lightening spray. This stuff has been around for a long time. My mom used to use it. And I remember the old bottle of it, like the 2006 bottle of it, back then when it would be in our bathroom when I was a little kid. And I remember that my mom would use it, and the smell of it brings back memories for me, just like, oh my gosh, because I think I started using this stuff when I was like 13, 14, somewhere around there, because it was something that my mom used, and I was like, I want to bring out the highlights of my hair. So I used it back then, and then I kind of got out of the routine of using it. And then it was almost like my gateway into coloring my hair, because I think when I was like 13, 14, I started using this stuff, and then I was like, I want to go like all in and actually like bleach my hair and start using box dye. So around that time, I guess when I was like 15, 16, 17, I colored my hair with permanent dye, and we went through a lot of issues with that because I had some fails from using bleach and I ruined my hair. And my other issue with box dye was that I could never get the bottoms to match the roots of my hair. My bottoms of my hair were always a different color, and it did not matter what toner or whatever I used. So that's what kind of made me stop coloring my hair. And so I didn't color it. I guess it was back in 2022, 2023, somewhere. I think it's 2022. I stopped coloring my hair completely. And so recently I was like, I really wish that I could bring out the highlights of my hair, and I really wish that I could just kind of lighten like the face framing pieces and stuff like that. And I had like 4 bottles of this stuff because I got it when it was on sale one time at neighborhood Walmart. By my house, they had put it on sale, so I bought a bunch of them. So I was like, why don't I just do it? Because I think my fear was like I went years without coloring it, so I had finally gotten back to my natural color, and I was like, yeah, but like what happens if I lighten it and then I have to go through the whole growing out phase of it being a different color and all that. But now I'm just like, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like right now I'm enjoying having lightened hair and highlights and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I got back into it. And plus we're almost in June, we're like into summer more, and I don't know, I just love myself with some highlights, some lightened pieces. So anyway, I buy this, it's always at my neighborhood Walmart. I guess it's at the big Walmart too, like the super center of Walmarts, but you can buy it on Amazon. Really, this stuff to me is the same exact stuff as the, oh my gosh, what is the brand? I have sunscreen, that's the brand. Sunbum, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it Sunbum? That is like the lightening spray, but y'all, it's the same ingredient because it's hydrogen peroxide, and this stuff is like $5 or $6, and the other stuff is like 3 times the price. So I always go with the tried and true Sun-In. So the way that I use this, you can use it multiple ways. So you can use it just all over your hair, or you can use it more on specific areas. So what I like to do is you always use it on damp hair. So after I wash my hair, I will first of all take my hair and section it into my natural part. Do y'all hear that creaking? That's the bed. Oh my gosh, that is so irritating. It's like the, what do you call it? Box frame thing or whatever. So first of all, I will section out these shorter pieces, these face framing pieces that I have, and I will take them. This isn't even. I would make sure that it was even when I do this. But I will take these pieces and I will fully saturate them with the Sun-In spray. So I will like spray the front, spray the back, and use my hands and make sure that they are saturated. So that's what I usually do first. Now, then what I do is I pull back my hair as if I was gonna put it into a ponytail, and I will get these pieces around my face. So I'll spray those, because once those pieces get lightened and you let your hair down, it gives you that kind of look of like when your hair gets naturally lightened by the sun in the summer. So it just kind of blends with the rest of your hair. So you can do it that way, where it just gives you some highlights. So like when you go like that, it gives you, do you see like those little pieces? It gives you those lighter pieces. Now that's what I've been doing. But, oh, and I didn't say this too. Sometimes it just, I'm not super precise about it. Like some days I'll do it where I have it pulled back. I'll just do a quick spray like that. And then some days I will also just spray down my part. Like, can you see how there's some like highlights going on there? That's just from spraying it like that over my part where I always part it. So I never spray the under section because I'm trying to go for like some variations in my hair. So I'll show you. This is just natural. This is just like my natural color. So this is like the difference between the underlayer I never do and then the parts where I have highlighted. So if I don't like it, like if I feel like there's too much of a difference between the underlayer and the top, then I'll just start spraying some of the bottom layer. So that's what I like about it. It's just like if you get to a point where you're like, I want to do this a little lighter, you have, you know, the ability to just spray it on and use the hair dryer. So that's what I like about it. I think it's funny because these instructions, they just say use it on damp hair, comb it through, blow dry it. And it's funny because when my mom had the bottle that I used to use that was from like, I don't know, like 08 or something, the whole spiel was that you would spray it and then go out in the sun, and like the heat from the sun and the UV rays or whatever would make the hydrogen peroxide lighten your hair. But now they don't even put that in the instructions, but maybe they're trying to be good to us and be like, don't go out in the sun and get sun damage. I don't know. But I just, like I said, sprayed on damp hair and use my blow dryer on the warm or hot setting. So another thing to be aware of is it says it on the back of this bottle that it can bring out the red in your hair. So if you want cool toned hair, I don't know if this stuff will work. I guess it depends on what your natural undertones are, because I already have a lot of redness in my hair and red undertones. And I like that because I honestly wish my hair was more red. Like I don't know, I just love like auburn red hair. I just think it's so pretty. So I like that it brings out the redness in my hair, but that's also because I naturally have it. So I feel like it just kind of like blends with my complexion because I get the freckles in the sun. I don't tan naturally. I have a lot of redness in my skin. So having more red, natural red in my hair, just it kind of fits with my complexion anyway. If you do have darker hair, it says on here, like, be careful on dark hair because it can turn it really red. So I might put a picture in here and show you like what my hair looks like before I used any of this, and you can kind of see the difference between what was going on back then and then how much it's lightened my hair. Now, this is not going to make your hair super light the first time you use it. It gradually builds up. So every time you use it, every time you blow dry it, it gets a little bit lighter. But I have been using this, I guess, maybe once or twice a week for the past month and a half, maybe. In the beginning, I was using it a lot more than once or twice a week. But maybe I started out like 3 or 4 times a week, and then now I'm just using it about once or twice a week. So it is going to take some time to get to the level that you want. Now, something else to be aware of is that because the main ingredient in here is hydrogen peroxide, it is pretty drying on your hair. So I would say if you use this stuff and you blow dry your hair, when you're finished, put some oil or some kind of serum on your hair because it will look kind of dry. And it's usually when I use this that day, it's like, and my hair looks very dry. But once I wash my hair at night, the next day, it's okay because I think it's just the peroxides in your hair and it just makes your hair look more dry. So be aware of that. Make sure you're using some good conditioner and serums and things like that. But whenever you lighten your hair, it's always gonna have some drying effects because you are pulling the moisture out. But that is my little review of Sun-In. I personally love it, so if you want to try it, I would recommend it. Do a strand test, make sure that it ends up looking like you like. And plus we're like about to get into summer, so if you're looking for just some lightening on your hair, you want some highlights, I think that it's a great choice. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I would love for y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll